Hey there, welcome to Listen to my channel. Welcome to Do They Realize What They Did? Do they realize the part they played? This was a requested reading. And feel free to leave your requests in the comments below. And make sure you are subscribed so you get notified when that request comes through. These are the numbers that we will be playing with, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The timestamps are in the description box below. That's where you will find your responses. All right. So, I'll see you in your piles, pile 3, pile 4, pile 5, pile 6, to find out if they realize the part they played. Do they know what they did? Do they know that they hurt you? Do they know? Are they aware? How much of them are they aware? Let's find out. Hey there, pile 3. Pile 3, does this person that you're inquiring about, do they realize how they hurt you? Do they realize what they did if it wasn't hurt necessarily? Do they realize the part they played, right? Like, how aware, essentially, are they of the ramifications of their actions? It's just ramifications ain't really a word that you're gonna find in a YouTube title. Listen, pile 3, between you and me, I was doing some chest presses. So my whole chest, you know that's 3, right? You know this is 3. It's just gonna be there. I'll just do that actually. It's 3. And this flipped. And whenever I try to do the shuffle for the deck, Lord in heaven, my chest hurts. You don't realize the muscles you use until you realize the muscles you use. No, this person doesn't realize the ramifications of their actions towards you. They don't really realize what they did, the part they played. They're kind of fully oblivious to it. Even with this 3 of Wands, I think 3 of Wands is definitely one of the cards that, whether in the upright or in the reverse, as far as how I've read it before, it can mean the same thing. Between you and me, pile 3, look, we have all my secrets coming out today. In the upright, it could be waiting, it could be shifts arrival, like things coming. In the reverse, it could be waiting or it could be things coming. Like, to me, bah. This person doesn't realize. And if you're asking about, this is obviously a relationship, right? I don't know what kind of relationship. It could be romantic. It could be what have you. But we have the 2 of Cups, like actual 2 of Cups herself. In the reverse, the 3 of Wands and the 2 of Swords in the reverse as well. To me, this is a pretty poignant sort of, I wasn't expecting a no so fast, I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like this person, sort of, you two not working out, you two separating, they don't, I mean, I would say maybe with the 3 of Wands, they have some idea that their actions, I'm getting hurt, okay? I'm having some idea that their actions, they are aware that they had some effect, but I don't think they have the full idea of what that did, the part they played. I think if anything with the 3 of Wands, what I'm getting is an energy where this person maybe was in a field of like headspace where I'm not gonna say forced something to happen here, but they pushed something that they had been biding their time for or waiting for. I think this person is giving me Patronus vibes. It's giving me energy where you're waiting for something to happen. You're either waiting for a sign to push go, to push the button, or you're waiting for something to come and take care of the situation for you, right? and you get tired of waiting, or you realize that, oh, you know what, actually this is the moment for me to do this thing. This is the moment for me to sever. This is the moment for me to stop waiting with the Two of Swords, even to stop wondering, to stop thinking, to stop contemplating, stop weighing my options. I need to now take action. So I feel like this person was thinking about, I'm going to say themselves, right? I don't like, I don't know. I'm not getting maliciousness here. I'm really not. I think this person had been maybe waiting, hoping things would change, and they didn't. If you know this was malicious, then, you know, take that how you need to. But I feel like this person maybe was waiting for things to change, waiting for something to come and take care of this. Maybe even waiting for you to do something about it, right? Something to change as well. That fits in there. But I think they sort of decided to like take matters into their own hands. And I think most of what they were preoccupied with, even though they have some idea of the effect it would have on you, I think they were primarily thinking about how whatever was going on between you two wasn't working. It wasn't feeling good. It wasn't nice. And they were tired of that. That's it. That's as far as I'm seeing here. I am going to pull a little bit more to see if we can get just a tad bit more information on, do they realize what they did, the part they played, etc. Because this Three of Wands is giving energies. It's giving vibes. It's giving, I know what's coming and I don't want it. I'm just seeing more of the same. It's like tired of waiting, seeing more of the same. I just feel like this person, no. I like, to some degree, I don't think they really cared about the ramifications. But I feel like maybe they thought that it would be better this way. We also have the magical map shifter. This is an impactful person. This card is power. This card comes through, someone's coming to shake up your world. And largely for the better. Whether you take it as the better, and sometimes it kind of, well, actually not largely for the better. It just kind of like is yes and no. It sort of wakes you up to a few things. It shifts up your world, you know, and that can be where that lands where it lands. With the Field of Dreams and Deep Freeze in protection here, in terms of like, do they realize what they did, and the part that they played. I think this person, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I feel like don't kill me for this. I feel like this person had good intentions. Okay. Like, Field of Dreams is giving, they had good intentions in this. Their intentions were well-meaning, I should say. And they also wanted just better for themselves and maybe better for you as well. Deep Freeze and protection is a heavy stall, right? Nothing is going to grow here. So I think, I don't know. This is giving no, right? They have no idea. They don't know. But some of the energy that I'm getting from this, and I'm not sure where that's really coming from. Obviously, it's intuitive, but I think some of it is they had an idea that this may be something that you wouldn't like, depending on your dynamic, that you wouldn't like, but it would be for the better. And I feel like perhaps if you're still hurt and wounded over this action or this non-action or what have you that happened between you and this person, pile 3, I think then you are in a deep freeze state, while they thought it would be a Field of Dreams state and that you may eventually get to a Field of Dreams state. I think you may be in a more deep freeze state than they realized. Right? So I don't think they realized the sourness that it left you with. I don't, at least not definitely to the degree that it did. I think for you, they thought, oh, this is just going to be better. And they just went on their merry way. That's what I'm getting here. I was going to pull some channeled messages, but I don't want to do that. Let's get your guidance here. What's Pile 3's guidance? Golden Palace. Golden Palace to me is about stability. It's about stability. There's something here also about spirit of place. I think being able to find stability in yourself, like we can absolutely blame other people and we can absolutely sort of look at people and say it's your fault, this, that, and the third. But I feel like there does come a time where, you know, we kind of need to look at ourselves and go, okay, so what about me allowed this situation to transpire? Whether for me in the past and in the yeah, it's been, I'm too understanding, right? I'm too understanding of other people, what they're going through, what they've got going on, to the point that I don't exist. And it builds up in a way that I don't know, or it gets to a point where all of a sudden I exist, and when I exist in fury. I exist in rage, because what the right? So that's something that I can say. I can take accountability for not including myself, not making the extra effort to go, okay, this person feels like this. Of course, I can understand that. I want to be there for them. But I can take accountability for saying, okay, let me pause them and look at myself and go, how am I feeling about what they've just done, or what they've said? Or how am I taking being, you know, the brunt of their whatever? Like why am I Captain Save-A-Ho, you know? Like how am I feeling about that? How am I feeling? Where am I at? What's my take on it? And that's why it's really important to have people in your life. A fair number of my friends who have really built good connections with ask me instead, when I'm telling them about something, they go, well, how are you feeling about that? And I kind of go, oh shit, I didn't think about that. So sometimes, you know, accountability can be, what is the good thing, right? What is the perceived good thing that you have done that is maybe too much? Because too much of anything is bad, I think. Too much of anything is bad. So you could have a great trait. I'm so giving, I'm so loving, I'm so da da da, I'm so open, I'm so da da da. It's like, okay, great, but can we look at that and go, maybe that's something that needs to be balanced out a little bit more. So with Golden Palace anyway, it talks about good fortune, ambitions fulfilled, wealth, and prosperity. So I think at the end of the day with this thing that happened or didn't happen between you and this person, it is leading to good. And I feel like Spirit is sort of saying, like, this person, they're, at least in this reading, they really thought it would lead to something better for you. Or, you know, there was definitely some intention in that. And I think that's something that you may need to lean into as you're in this deep freeze, dead of winter, nothing is growing, everything is dark. If that's where you're at, just kind of start fashioning yourself into leaning towards, well, what if that was a good thing? If it was a good thing, what could that mean? What could that be? And start living in that, as opposed to, oh, this person did this or this happened, etc., etc. Which can be difficult. It may also indicate emotional fulfillment, or perhaps you're entering a time of happiness that's long overdue. The message here is that self-worth isn't measured by what you have, no matter how abundant your life is. Instead, it comes from who you are, how authentically you're living your life, and how much love you're willing to share. Granted, receiving this card does indicate material gain and a furthering of tangible rewards, but things come and go, and knowing your true value leads to even greater riches now. Share the wealth. So if this thing was financial, which it's not really looking like that, it could be, but if this was career-wise, if this was, you know, in the workplace, or maybe you didn't get a deal and someone gave it to someone else and you're like, but you're my friend, da, 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 da. Now you're not friends anymore. It's meant to work out in your favor. That's what I got for you, my friend. Keep your light on. I do wish you everything. Hope you're good. Let me know how this was for you in the comments. If you have any requests for readings that you would like me to do, money readings or whatever, let me know. Keep your light on. Good luck, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey there, Pile 4. So, Pile 4, do they realize the ramifications of their actions? Or do they realize the part they played, what they did? Oh, God. I was telling one of the other piles that I did some chest presses, honestly, the day before yesterday. And, woo, my chest, when I do this, oh, hurts. My chest muscles are like, get fucked, get fucked, get fucked. Anyway, do they realize what they did? Do they realize the part they played? Do they realize their ramifications? It's very interesting. Let's say no. Okay. Let's say no. You know that you're pal 4, right? Excellent. All right, pal 4. Bottom of the deck, King of Cups in reverse. Strength in reverse. 4 of Wands. 5 of Wands. Okay, I'm going to forget all that. Irrelevant. You have the Magician in reverse. A funny Ace of Swords. Ace of Wands. Excuse me. And the Page of Cups in reverse. I'm not sure if this was like a new person. I'm not sure if this is like a crush. I'm not sure if this is like someone you like met once and they ghosted you or something like that. I don't know what this was. Or someone you don't know well enough or something. It's just giving new vibes here. It's giving hit and quit vibes, okay? Do they realize what they did, the part they played? No. And I'm almost being guided to say you shouldn't give them as much importance as you have. If you realize some things, if some things came up as a result of your interaction with this person, good. Take them, learn from them, honor yourself, and move forward from there. Don't give this person, if they were a hit and quit, if they were a ghost, if they, like, if this is like a person that you like met for a hot bit, don't give them too much credit. I don't know who this is for, but I do have to say it. If they did have, a positive impact, then great, right? But don't let them ruin you. Don't let them be the reason why you are now turning a whole new leaf in a negative way. Let them be the reason why, or, the impetus or the inspiration behind why you went, you know what, I found this out about myself. I'm really getting a vision of someone who once upon a time I met and knew, and as much as that didn't work out for like the hot minute that we knew each other, it really left so much in me. I was like, oh man, like this dude was like not a factor, but there was such a connection there that it really had lasting effects. And I'm so grateful for that. But my guy did not deserve all that power, but there we have it. So I think if you're able to flip the story and give and say thank you to the thing that happened, or in the positives of this, then great. If it's a negative, no, baby girl. I call everybody girl, but like, nah, baby girl, Don't make it mean more than it has to. Like, I think I had there's a lot of stories behind this and the power it can have. Like, Anyway, off to a different story. Oh, God. Do they realize? No, they don't. I think this person is just kind of living. They're just kind of doing. I think if anything, this person may have been in like a state, like they may have been in an ill state when they did what they did. Maybe they weren't themselves. Maybe what they did was out of character. And so they don't even really think about it because they're like, man, I made a mistake, or man, I did that thing. And they're like, oh, well. Or it was so out of character that it was almost like, I don't know what was called for that situation for them. I don't know. But no, this person doesn't know. This person is like, no, they don't. They don't think about the part they played. They don't realize what they did. They don't, the ramifications of the fallout that you were left with or whatever, at least at this moment, this person's kind of like, nah. If at one point they cared, I think now they're kind of like, nah, not really. This Ace of Wands is really giving me flip-flop energy. It's giving me in and out energy. It's giving me I was ovulating and so I did it. Now I'm not ovulating, so I'm normal again. Like, if you're a woman, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's really giving, like, it's definitely giving hornball energy. Like, I'm sorry, it just is. It's giving, I was in a mood, I was feeling fiery, I was feeling hot, and so I did this thing, I pursued this thing, I was in a mood, I wasn't myself. Right? Like, I wasn't my best self. I was this other part of me. Like, it's giving that I don't know what happened type stuff. Okay, very much ovulation, very much hormones. Again, not everybody ovulates, but for the people that don't ovulate, it's the same thing. Like you, like someone was thinking with, I don't even want to say they were thinking with what's in their pants, because to be honest, I don't think that's entirely what was going on here. I don't think the Ace of Wands is entirely just what's in someone's pants. I think there's something else that what's in their pants, oh, I guess so, is dictating sort of like where the energy is going in a being and what they want to do and how they act. It's like chemical, you know? Hence, I say ovulation. That's like a chemical desire. It's a hormone. Like our hormones fucking rule us, girl. I call everybody girl. Tell me more about this, spirit. Do they realize? Do they know? Like, what's the tea? What's the sitch? What's the rub? Rescue. Boy, oh boy. It's good to know y'all is worth it. Let me twerk it. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. If this person is someone who's back in your life, what happened here? Rescue is very odd. Let me look at the guidebook. If this is someone who's coming back to your life and you're asking if they realize, they don't. If you want to open up about it, do what you got to do. If you want to also just forget about it, and you actually can in your being and not, relegate it to your shadow, if you can actually be like, all right, well, whatever, then great. That's great. If you can't, then I guess talk about it or open up about it in a way that is, conducive to betterment of this. But yeah, also I'm getting, you might just have been caught up in, like, again, truly, excuse me, again, really speaking to this Ace of Wands, I feel like you were caught in someone's crossfires. Like someone was not themselves, or someone was just in a mood. Someone was in a da-da-da-da-da place, and they've just sort of boxed that part of them and anything that happened in that part of their life away. And it's like you're in that too. It's like I don't think about it because I just put that part of me away. Like I'm done with that part of me and what it held for me, what I did or didn't do or whatever. If this is recent, then obviously this is in and out. You still got caught up in the crossfires of someone's like hormones or someone's like mood swing, right? Like it's a thing. Like it was in a mood. Like you got caught in a crossfire. That's really what this reading is giving. Like I don't even think this person really realizes that what they did or the impact they had or their part they played. Okay? Like I really think you just maybe kept repeatedly getting caught up in the crossfires. And maybe they're like, oh, oops, but I don't know. I don't think they fully realize that. You want to tell me more, Spirit? I didn't even look at the guidebook for that because I just thank you, Spirit. Movement. Yeah, I don't know. Don't want one more? I don't know. Movement is about movement, but movement isn't giving me movement. This is movement. Ace of Wands is movement. Movement is movement. Magician is a yang energy reverse. Page of Cups is an action energy, actually. I would say. It's reverse. Even on a floating balloon, like, it's the wind that's moving the balloon, not the balloon moving the balloon. You feel me? So it's movement, but it's So, baby boy, baby girl, baby y'all, I don't know. That's so interesting. The action in this pile is kind of it's there, but it's like suspended. Can you tell me more about that? Mountain. So there's an obstacle. All right, there's a mountain right there. This could be an obstacle too. The Golden Palace and Sacred Pool. Okay. Listen, in short, does this person realize what they did, the part they played, the ramifications of their actions? No, right? Kind of no. In some ways, maybe, but I feel like it comes in terms of like a state of being. I think they can recognize that when I'm in that state, I do certain things and fudge like that. I don't think it's entirely actually personal, or I don't actually think they think it's personal. Like I don't think they realize the personal ramifications on a person's personal life extending beyond a certain point. I think this person, if it's in the past or whatever, it was a mood. It came in. I don't think this person really realizes it. With this movement being stalled or whatever, I think this person is is blocked in seeing the ramifications in your life, and is also just kind of looking out for themselves. I think they're focused elsewhere. They're focused on themselves, trying to make their life make sense and trying to fix themselves and fix their life. Okay, so I think that movement is kind of it's because this is making me kind of sad now. Actually, I feel like that person is going through their own stuff that they're needing to figure out, and it's hard. It's giving me like Eight of Swords for themselves, for like what they're doing for themselves. So anyway, as it pertains to you, my guy, no, they don't know. You know, no, they don't know. They're trying to sort themselves out. They don't know. No. They don't realize. Okay? I do wish you everything. I hope you're good. I'm gonna draw you some guidance right now, just in case you need it for this situation. So let's pray together. No, I'm kidding. Oh my god, shuffling. Gosh, it hurts. It's the guidance for my friend. Goblins. I love that goblins has come out for you and wishing well. I don't know, maybe we can have wishing well out. Ooh, that's not, oh god, it's goblins. I'll put wishing well on the side. All those did not, Spirit said absolutely not. Goblins and goblins alone at this time, and then you can do wishing well. Okay. Goblin says it's often difficult to deal with someone else's issues because they impact your own. Exactly it. This is how it started getting sad, because now I started getting things like, and this doesn't have to be the case with everybody, right? Addictions, mental health, like just mental well-being, sometimes like just being how someone is, what they come with, how they were born, and them maybe focusing on themselves and not really having the full capacity or capability or desire or even just knowingness or self-awareness enough to go, oh shit, what I did can do this to other people. Yeah, so goblins in reverse is really what you need to hear. It's often difficult to deal with someone else's issues because they impact your own. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit lives in the house of Lemire. Spirit lives in illumination. And here we are. I'm glad we did this for you. No one is perfect, but in this case, you are particularly vulnerable to being manipulated. Don't take this world personally. That first message initially of like, put this person down off the pedestal, or like, don't make them so important. I think that's a thing. It may not apply to the way that I was saying it, but I think the essence of that is the thing where if someone has hurt you in the past, like they may be too, I'm not gonna say broken, but they may have stuff, right? They may have issues that it's really not about you. It impacted you, but try to move away from exalting them and making them sort of like the thing that has to you. Like, yeah, this is making sense. Don't take this world too personally, right? No one is perfect, but in this case, you're particularly vulnerable to being manipulated. And I don't even think it could be by the person, right? It could be by the person cognizantly, but I feel like this could also really be in terms of being manipulated by energies. Anyway, when the Goblin card arrives reversed, it's a sign to step back with detachment. Don't let other people's stuff lead you into reacting from an old wound. Number 4, love yourself unconditionally. Set boundaries and your goblins will fall asleep. Love is the only answer. Oh, baby, 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 baby. That's a word for somebody. The wishing well now. It tells you about divine intelligence activating, co-creating new life where you and no one else knows why it happens. It just does. You can't control the process of growth, but you got to step aside and be a channel for higher forces. Relinquish any attachment to how this new creation should appear. This is about something new. This is a new coming, okay? So if this person is sort of like returning back into your life, all right. But you get to refashion the boundaries of this dynamic. You get to be more detached in how their actions, impact you. Form your intention. Take action by dropping the coin in the wishing well. Then trust in spirit. Prepare to be amazed. I don't know. Maybe that's something you needed to hear extra, but okay. I wish you everything, guy. I do call many people and things guy. I wish you everything. I really, really do. That was an amazing reading, and I'm so humbled that I hope you heard the whole thing. If you did, comment a wishing well. Comment the word phrase wishing well in the comments so that this thing cements, my friend. I wish you everything. I really do. I'm very warm towards you right now, and I want to let you go. But bye. Next time. Hey there, Pal 5. Hey there, Pal 5. Pal 5, do they realize the ramifications of what happened? What they did? Do they realize the part they played? Do they? Let's find out. Oh, God. Pal 5, I was doing chest presses at the gym. And my chest is sore. Oh, buddy. Okay, Pal 5, my dear. You know you're Pal 5, right? Bye. Let's focus on this. Alright, listen. Pal 5, do they realize it? Yeah, they do. They realize it. The Empress. The Death. Oh, whew. Venus and Pluto. Libra, Taurus, and who else is Death is Scorpio? I don't know who else Death is. You have the 5 of Cups. You have the Knight of Swords. And you have the King of Cups in reverse. They do realize it, and it hurt them too. They do realize the part they played. They do realize the ramifications, and it hurt them as well to do what they did, or to the part they played hurt them too. They realized that there were ramifications, and the knowledge of those ramifications or the ramifications themselves also hurt them. And they feel sad, they feel sad about it. But I almost feel like it had to be done, okay? With the Knight of Swords here, I feel like it had to be done. I feel like the Knight had to come in, step into the King of Cups and say, yo, this is how things are going. Let me take care of it. Let me do your dirty work. And they acted swiftly, and they did the thing. But I think it hurt them too. It did. It did. The cute thing about this deck is the guy that did this. He said he chose to tone down the whatever of the 5 of Cups into that more of like reflection and stuff. And I think that really fits this reading. I'm so grateful for this deck. I love that I'm using it because it is about quiet reflection. I think there was a sadness that was realized here. So not only do they realize the ramifications of what they did or didn't do here to you, they also realize it for themselves. And I think just for the whole situation in its entirety, with the King of Cups showing up here, I don't believe, I think what they did was maybe out of character or something that they had to put their greater part or their greatest values or their greatest emotional sense to the side in order to do what must be done, with quotations around that. Okay, to them, it was, I need to do what must be done. And I don't believe this King of Cups is unexalted. I think it's maybe a little bit of like an action that was hard, was out of character, was something that they don't usually do, hence out of character, was something that was maybe underhanded. So not great, but I just feel like it was, I don't want to say justified. I really don't. I'm not about to say that in a general reading or personal. Look, it makes sense to what they did to them as I'm reading it. I don't know, honestly, because of the Five of Cups. Look, I'm really approaching this energy in a soft way. Like, it's giving me softness. On the one hand, this is someone who didn't want to do this thing, but they knew it had to be done, or they just knew it had to be done, whether they wanted to or not. They knew this had to be done, things had to be done, and they had to call upon a part of them that was able to do it, and they did what they needed to do to get it done. They realize the ramifications. They know the effect that it had on everything. They're very aware of it. Knight of Swords, very keenly aware of it, emotionally, deeply emotionally aware of it. And still sort of, this is what it was, right? This is what it was. For whatever reason, this is what it was. That can go into their, to use like judgy language, good person, bad person, right? They could be a good person and know that this hurts me. This also cut me deeply, right? Like one of those when a parent is punishing their kid or disciplining their kid, this hurts me more than it hurts you. It's because as a parent, they don't want to like hurt their child, but they also recognize that in order for them to like discipline their child must learn or else da 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 da. And also just like for the general vibes, right? It's like, it's for that. And then there's another part here where it's like, someone is just kind of like a meanie and they're like like they're not someone who is an exalted king, right, of cups. There's someone who is a shadier person, someone who knows how things go and they're leaning into that. Okay, you know, they could have been a meanie. I don't know your life. I don't know this person. Am I the asshole? Are they the asshole? Are you the asshole? I don't know. But at the end of the day, what I'm seeing here was whatever happened, they did it knowing what they were doing. Let's just say that. And they know the ramifications of it. They know the part they've played. They know, they realize what they did and they realized it and still did it. And it was hard. And it was easy. It wasn't easy. They thought about it. They saw the things from all angles and they did it anyway. So you let that be what it needs to be. I hope you hear that in the way that it needs to be heard. I'm going to pull some guidance for you. In this. Okay. How to best handle this. Okay. Rock bottom. Yeah. Magic stream. Tough. Listen. 1081. 1018. 1810. 8101. 8110. Rock bottom and magic stream, both coming up here in the protection, are words from spirit to you saying sometimes when you've hit the bottom, If you were looking for a blessing in that, the blessing is there's only one way to go from there. When you've hit the bottom, there's only one way to go, and it's up. And it's saying that for you, it might be wise to acknowledge that in a certain area of your life, or in this particular situation that it pertains to, you've hit rock bottom. You've hit rock bottom, and the only way to go from here is up. It also really more so calls to the fact that there are addictions, right? This card in reverse is a symbol for addiction in all forms, subtle and obvious. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, will never provide you what you desire. At this moment, there's nowhere else to go, and you're facing the end of the road. If you fear change, be willing to change. Surrender your wants to a higher power. Ask for truth and allow humility to be your guiding force from within. You will always get what you need. You're only a victim of your perceptions. I'm going to say this again for the people in the back. You're only a victim of your perceptions. That's a really hard concept to get. And when you get it, it's very powerful. So I'm going to say it again. You're only a victim of your perceptions. You get to dictate how you see the world. If you see the world in a certain way, that's how the world is, point blank, period. When you change how you see the world, that's how the world is, point blank, period. So how do you see the world? How do you see the situation? How do you see what happened? Or how do you see your life? How do you see whatever? Because you are only a victim of your perceptions. Take heart, because you can't sink any further. The only way to go from here is up, and wondrous things await you. Magic Stream in reverse is also bringing a bit more of a message of the same thing, of hitting your head, doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, expecting a different result. Here it's saying the magic stream represents swimming against the current. There are times when effort and sheer willpower result in victory and celebration, but this ain't one of them. You can't force inspiration, and you can't manufacture creativity lest you borrow too heavily from others' ideas. Neither can you make someone love you or orchestrate a series of events that might place you in a more favorable position. Now is the time to drop the trying and jump into the stream and float. Immerse yourself in the experience of being fully present with whatever is true for the moment. You'll never step in the same river twice anyway. So this truly, in terms of your guidance, knowing what we know about what has been said here, if it sounds like it resonates or what have you, it's not so much about whether they know or whether they don't know. Maybe that gives you a sense of comfort, and that's great. And maybe it allows you then to really hear these two messages that are really saying, doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again and hoping it's going to change, hoping it's going to be different, is not the business. It's time to do something different. It's time to really do something different. It's time to either stop trying, it's time to either try something completely different, or to just flow and see where things take you when you stop trying to do the same thing, which is essentially you're doing something different, which is not doing that thing, right? So I wish you everything. This is hard. This is hard. I'm intimately familiar with this deck, and I'm intimately familiar with a lot of these messages, and it's hard. But it's necessary to give us a place to start on moving forward in a way that is way more in alignment with the kind of world we want to live in and the kind of world we want to see. I wish you everything. Pile 5. Oh, Pile 5. This is about change. Good. You're in a position to change. You're in a position to change your world. You really, really are. Do it. All right. How do you start? Pray about it. That's how I started. I prayed, Lord, I want to do this differently, but I don't know how to. Help me. Prayed that prayer, started taking tiny little steps that I was guided to, and within certain periods of time, you start noticing the holy shit, I'm moving differently. I'm thinking differently, and it works just like that. That's how it starts. I wish you everything, my friend. Keep your light on. Good luck. Bye. Hey, Pal 6. Pal 6, do they ramifications of their actions? Do they know the part that they played? Are they aware of the part that they played? Do they realize what they did? Let's find out, shall we? I did some, oh God. I was doing some chest presses at the gymnasium. And my chest hurts, girl. I call everybody girl. And when I do that, oh God. My body's like, yo, chill, yo. You know you're a Pal 6, right? Do they know what they did? Oh, fuck. You have the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. You have the 3 of coins in reverse. You have the Death. You have the 9 of coins. The Tower. Yeah. Here's the thing, right? Do they know? Yeah, they do. Do they realize? Yeah, they realize. Are they aware of the part they played? Yeah. To the degree that they are. To a great degree, I think. But also, like... this is tough. You have the Devil. The Sun. What? And the 3 of Cups in reverse. They know. Something that came in my head was, and they do it again. This person knows. Oh, okay. And they do it again. For some of you, that's, hear that. For everybody else, that vibe is still kind of there. Yeah. And they do it again. Because I think this person, I'm not sure where they're at in your world or whatever, but it could happen again. Could be another way of saying that. It could, they're still in a way attached to this thing with you and them and the dynamic, and it's just kind of like a yo-yo. It is in a yo-yo's nature to go up and down. That's what a yo-yo does. And I feel like what I'm seeing here is, do they realize? Yes. Do they, know the part they played? Yeah. And they're very aware of that with the Sun. With the Devil, it's giving. And this is just what it is. This is just the dynamic that we have. This is the dynamic that maybe I have. This is the dynamic that you have. This is just what it is. Hence, and they would do it again. Or it would repeat in the same fashion. And I think some of you really needed to hear that. I need to hear this. If this is my pile. If I'm thinking of a certain particular person. I don't even know why I would be thinking about that person and click on this video. For real. But this is very insightful. The 3 of Cups. Excuse me. I said 3 of Cups. It's 4 of Cups. It's the 4 of Cups in reverse. You have the Hermit. So they think about it. I'm not sure if this is good or bad. You see the Devil and your mind instinctively kind of goes up bad for the most part. Not so much on this channel, but on every other channel, yeah. Yes! And you see the Sun, and everywhere else the Sun is yeah. And here too the Sun is yeah. It's just the Sun, sometimes for me, unfortunately or fortunately, the Sun can burn you. Vitamin D is important, but it can also, too much sun can also cause disease. illness in some ways. For some people, more often than others. Sunburn if you don't protect yourself from the sun. Whereas the devil can sometimes, to me, just mean being self-focused. Being committed to self. So this is a very interesting read. Do they realize blah, blah, blah? Yeah, but there's just something funny about that realization. I think I don't know, it's really interesting. It's like, I don't know if this is something that brings them joy. Like, it's like drama. I think that's what Spirit's trying to get me to say. It's like drama. Some people like the chaos. Some people like the drama. I've had someone in my past say, isn't it love if it's rocky? Like, we were going through, like, the whole thing was a rough patch, baby girl. But it was just up and down. And he's like, yeah, but this is what it is. Like, things happen and we go back to each other and da 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 da. And he was like, that's love. That's real. And I was like, that's toxic, motherfucker. Like, the fuck you think this is love? Like, who raised you? And by that, I mean, who have you been in relationship with that chaos is passion to you? Like, that is good, going back and forth, the yo-yoing in and out. Like, you think to you that is normal. To you, that is what it is. To you, that's the spice of life. And to me, that's some toxic ass shit. But you love it. You love it. And oddly enough, that is the person that I would kind of like watch this reading for. I don't see in what situation I would want to revisit that. What is this? Ramifications of la da 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 da. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's giving that. It's giving my guy. Like, it's giving this dude. Like, that's what Spirit's kind of like taking me to. Where something feels good, something you like something. It's the sun, for heaven's sake. Right? The most happiest card in the deck, as they all say, but it's the fucking sun. That shit'll burn you. It feels good, beaching and getting the sunbathing and getting that vitamin D. Like, it's got great benefits. And spiritually, it's that clarity. It's that being able to see everything. No thing is hidden in shadow. It's the sun, right? Everything the light touches is yours, Simba. What's over there? The Shadowlands. We don't go there. But it's exciting to go to the Shadowlands, isn't it, little Simba? It's boring. 4 of Cups. I want excitement. Ooh, everything the light touches is mine. It's fun. It's good, but I'm bored. What's over there? Like, it's just giving all of that. So, does this person realize, yeah, could this happen again? Yeah. Do they kind of like it? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Yeah. I kind of like it. I know the ramifications. I know what this does, but like, isn't that life? Isn't that the spice of life? Getting a little fucked up. Fucking someone else up a little bit, Isn't that life? Yo-yoing in and out a little bit. With the sun, it's giving me a sense of like clarity, a sense of cognitively doing something. But I will say that's not entirely always the case, right? This person could be just, again, attached. There could genuinely be an attachment here in this dynamic with y'all. I don't know, baby girl, baby boy. I don't know who you are, how you identify. I call everybody girl. But with the 4 of Cups here, with this emotion, it's definitely like, I don't know, some type of void. Look, is that an insult? Is it insulting to say there's a void? There's that desire. There's that boredom. It's giving 4 of Cups. I don't know. 4 of Cups in reverse is also looking like 3 of Cups in reverse, which is, the same things aren't right. Something outside of the norm is right. It doesn't really matter. It's 4 of Cups is giving 4 of Cups. It doesn't matter reverse or upright. I don't care. It's just giving boredom, indifference, and it's like, yeah, I know the ramifications of this, but I think I'd play. I think I'd still come back knowing full well that, I mean, if I affected you that way, that means you must care about me, right? And so I could come back, okay? Like, we have a bond, right? And maybe this is someone who you're bonded to through family. Maybe they're a former lover that y'all really went through the ringer. Or a current lover. I don't know your life. This could have been, maybe a friend that you have a very weird relationship with. That's me saying that. Okay, it's weird. In that y'all can each other and you can be fine the next day. Whatever fine looks like. That's how it is. But that's because it's real between the two of you. And it could be. It could be. I don't know what this is, but this is two major arcana. And a lot of major arcana showed up in the deck. The Hermit, upright. The Death, upright. Nine of Pentacles, upright. Like, it's not a major, but she's giving. So, listen. You want to clarify this reading, Spirit? You want to clarify this? Like, the Ten of Wands. Here's the thing. Here's my thing with the Ten of Wands. As a me person, as a me, Luce Lemire person in the Illumination. The Ten of Wands to me is, I like it, but it's hard. It's hard, but I like it. It's hard, but I've worked for it. It's hard, but I've put in effort for it. It's hard, and I will put in effort for it. That's the Ten of Wands to me. It's a burden, but I like this burden. I fight for this burden. It's something that I kind of like. It's not great for me. It's breaking my back. It's busting my balls, but I like it. I like what it feels like when my skin is peeling from a sunburn. I kind of like it. I like being choked up, tied up to the devil. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of, it's not, I don't know how you would take that. And the Two of Wands in the reverse. There's a door here. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave this dynamic. It's giving the devil. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm getting here for you and this dynamic. You'll have to let me know what that's about. Because what? But yeah, I mean, this person is attached to this. I think this is a thing that could just be a thing that you two have. If this person, this dynamic, right? It's giving dynamic. If this dynamic is a yo-yo one, then baby girl, I call everybody girl, maybe it is a yo-yo dynamic. Like, maybe that's just what it is. I'm gonna pull your guidance right now to see, like, what your guidance is. Because if Spirit's like, you know what, Luce? That's them. That's the yo-yo. That's what it is. Then that's what it is, baby. That's what it is. Submit to it. Know it's a yo-yo and live your life knowing it's a yo-yo. Your guidance here, though, is intention. Oh, card number 22. Intention in the protection. In the reverse position. This is telling me you need to decide what you want. Because yo-yo can only yo as much as you allow it to yo-yo. In a way. So you decide what you want. I don't think putting things on this person is wise because we've seen what they're bringing. We know what they're giving. We know what they're bringing. We know what they're eating. And this is what it is. What do you want? You now have to dictate what you want. You can't put it on them no more. You just can't. You can, and then that's what you want. But don't be too upset about it. If you do decide you want to put it on them, then fine. If you don't like what they're doing, then change it. It's just difficult to be mad at someone when you've given them the power to decide. And then you're mad at the decision that they make. It's obviously politically, that's a tough thing to say. But in your personal life, not in a political level, you kind of get to go, okay, I made this choice before. I get to choose differently now. And that's what intention in reverse is here to remind you of. Are you clear about your intentions, Pal 6? You're Pal 6. Are you clear about your intentions? Or are you in a foggy state of denial about your true motives and ambitions? This is the time to step back and gain perspective about clarity. This is the time to step back and gain perspective and clarity about your direction. Check your motives and if they are sincere. Are you pursuing some goal blindly without asking its cost? Good intentions are being misinterpreted. Now is a time to self-evaluate and self-nurture. You will benefit greatly if you take time out to regroup. What do you want? What do you want with this dynamic? How do you want it to be? Like, genuinely, how do you want it to be? That you can affect. Are you clear about your intentions, or are you in a foggy state of denial about your true motives and or ambitions? Step back, gain perspective and clarity about the direction that you want to take. Are your own motives sincere? What are your motives? Are you going around blindly without knowing what things can cost and what things can do? Are your good intentions being misunderstood, misinterpreted? Self-evaluate, self-nurture, and you'll benefit greatly if you take time out to regroup. All right, my guy. I wish you everything. I feel like you want me to say more. Yeah. Let's do one more. It's a smack in the fucking face, dude. I love it though, because you have 22 and 33. The balance is giving balance, okay? I like it. I like it. I like 33 too. That's my number, baby. The card is just that's why I giggle. Like what is this? Because after all that, it's like decide. Ha da 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 da. And then I like Spirit. What else? It's like Spirit's like, meh. I mean, it's whatever. Peaks of joy. Peaks of joy is such an energy of like, lighten up. It's fine. And maybe that's what you need to hear, right? Joy is yours today. No matter your inquiry, you'll be happy with the results. Maybe that's what you need to know as you decide if you're in a foggy state, what your motives are, what you want, like whatever that is. Just know that like it'll be good, like it'll be chill at the end of the day. Like what is this even if the costs are the costs, what is it really gonna change or whatever. You're coming closer to a sense of achievement. You've worked hard for it. You're surrounded by true companions and events that are synchronistically arranged to bring you to the next level of your life. That's nice. The world is singing a beautiful harmony. Life is exhilarating and hopeful. Let gratitude fill your heart and remember to share your happiness. Joy is contagious. So maybe in terms of what you want, maybe go towards what feels good. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing it home. Because what the fuck? Yeah. In terms of helping you set your intention and what you want, follow your joy. What will feel good? Does it feel good to talk to this person? Great. Does it feel good when they ghost you? No, but what? I don't know. Does it feel good to, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm assuming. But I'm giggling not at you. I'm giggling at myself. Because I'm at this point talking to future elusive Shiver Pixis pal for whatever reason. Follow your joy. Like, what would feel good? If anything, it can just be taking the right next step and saying, okay, if I do this, am I okay with that? Am I okay with that? Right? If it is someone that ghosts you, if you do respond to them, are you okay with them not responding? If not, maybe don't say anything to them because that's going to hurt you, right? Or maybe you're okay with them not responding because maybe it'll push you to a way that you need to be moving forward, right? Maybe it'll push you to finally blocking them or whatever the case. Or if whatever, right? Like, I don't know your thing, but maybe I think following your joy, if this has to do with somebody, it has to, but whatever. If this has to do with, I don't know, Paul 6, I don't know what to tell you. Follow your joy. When it comes to figuring out what your motives are, look at what makes you feel good, not what makes you feel bad. What makes you feel good? If you keep thinking about what makes you feel bad, then go from there. It doesn't feel good when I'm ignored. It doesn't feel good when I don't have anybody around me. Okay, well, then you want people around you. What kind of dynamics do you want? And are you that person? Are you showing up as that person? Right? Are your motives sincere? Do you just want people to listen to you and you don't participate in the act of friendship or relationship? Do you also want to listen to them? Do you just want to use people for them to be listening to you and you not listening to them? Then maybe you don't want a friend. Maybe you want a therapist. Find a therapist, right? Just don't look at what it is that you're saying or what it is that you want, what you don't want, and pave that into a path of like what you do want and then take steps towards that. Follow your joy. What feels good and follow that. I wish you everything. I really do. Keep your light on. Good luck. I'll see you next time. What a reading. I hope this helped. Bye.